METRO2 versus Credit Sweeps. Dispute Beast versus Pinnacle Credit Repair. Let's talk about it. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. Just want to share the live with a few people first, so it'll take me just a few minutes and then we will get started. Remember, if y'all have any questions, just leave them in the live chat. I'm trying to remember who else I'm supposed to send this to. I know somebody asked me yesterday to, so let's just go ahead and get started. I got some work to do too. So again, if y'all have any questions, leave them in the live chat. So the reason for this live is because everybody's favorite credit repair scammer, Pinnacle Credit Repair, wants to talk bad about Mike the credit guy. Well, AI credit repair is not the greatest method. It's very, very weak. And the bureaus know that you're using AI. So at least you're using something that's legal with what Dispute Beast offers. With what Pinnacle Credit Repair is offering, it is not a legal method. He is sending your information to India and they are doing credit sweeps, and that is illegal. You are committing fraud. So METRO2 may be weak, but at least it's a legal method at trying to fix your credit. Again, if y'all have any questions, just leave them in the live chat. I do got some work that I got to get done, so I need to hop on that as well. But definitely wanted to come on here. Good morning, Brian. Definitely want to come on here and go over the differences in the two services. If I needed my credit fixed and those were the only two options, Dispute Beast and Pinnacle Credit Repair, without even thinking, without even researching, knowing what I know, I would take my chances with Dispute Beast because, again, at least everything's being done the legal way with Dispute Beast. Now, again, y'all use whatever method you want. Y'all use whatever company you want. That's up to you. But just know that what Pinnacle Credit Repair is doing is 100% illegal. So if you're okay with that, then I say go for it. Do your thing. I will not judge you. But as always, all I ask is don't come to me asking for a discount after you get scammed by this guy, because I will not. I honestly don't even want to help consumers that go to him because he messes their credit up so much worse than it already is that it's almost impossible to fix. And that's just me being honest. So it doesn't even make sense to pay a scammer thousands of dollars to do something that you can literally go to upwork.com and hire the same person that he's using to fix your credit or illegally sweep your credit. Well, your life is awesome. Sorry, I am not good at multitasking, y'all. So the CFPB One thing about the CFPB when it comes to fixing your credit, there's nothing wrong with using the CFPB. We use the CFPB in our standard credit repair. But the CFPB is not, it's not what everybody thinks it is. All they're doing is forwarding your complaint to the company. That's literally what their job is. And they will, from time to time, sue credit repair companies. They will sue the credit bureaus, collection agencies. They will get sued as well. Again, if y'all have any questions, just leave them in the live chat. Just getting letters completed for consumers that signed up yesterday. I know one more person I needed to share this live with. Let's see if I can do this. I got to remember who it was now. Oh, right here. All right, I believe that's the last one. So, yeah, if y'all have any questions, leave them in the live chat. One thing I did forget to do was put the links in the live chat for our services. I'm going to move all this out of the way. Now I just need to test out the link. Link works. And then if you want to sign up for the litigation, let's see. Has anybody used either Dispute Beast or Pinnacle Credit Repair? If you have, please put that in the live chat. And you can also put your experience in there as well if you would like. Pastor of Disaster, what's going on? Hope all is well. Just kind of explaining the differences in the METRO2 through Dispute Beast, which is owned by Mike the Credit Guy, and also Pinnacle Credit Repair, because he wants to talk bad about Mike and Mike using AI. And we all know he claims all over his website he uses AI, but what he's actually doing is sending consumers personal information to a guy named Tammy or Tanmay in India, and they are doing illegal credit sweeps. I have used him and he scammed me and treated me like crap because I had bad credit. That's exactly what all the so-called fake reviews, as he puts it, say the same exact same thing. Yeah, he really is. He's thinking he's going to get some sort of clout, but he's not. Mike's not even going to acknowledge He's just a peasant, I'm sure. To Mike, the credit guy, he's a nobody. Mike knows he's a scammer. It's simple to tell that Andre Rose Nguyen, the owner of Pinnacle Credit Repair, is a scammer. I mean, dang, he literally fled the United States and hid in Vietnam. Late payments and. What is the and? So if the payment, so that's kind of a loaded question. What I mean by that, with open accounts, they're very difficult to remove. Very difficult to remove. With closed accounts, they're fairly easy to remove because the account's closed, the creditor doesn't care. Now, despite what others will tell you, a goodwill letter is a great first option because sometimes it works. But let me tell you what works better than a goodwill letter. Have your client or your consumer Google the CEO of whatever bank they have a late payment with, and they want to find the CEO's email address, and you want to send them an email, and you want to give them a good reason why you were late and ask them if they can remove the late payment this one time. If you get a hold of the CEO, there is a good chance they will remove it. Open or closed account, doesn't matter. After that, I would try on round 3. We'll call it round 3. I would go to 15 USC 1666B. I would try that next. But you can also dispute the payment history because the payment history almost never matches up with the late payment or the payment history in general, and you can dispute it that way. If y'all don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Share the live everywhere that you can. I know I'm live a little earlier than usual, but I've got a lot going on today with new signups from yesterday and new signups today as well. So I figured I would go ahead and go live now. But yeah, again, if I was needing my credit fixed and the only options were Dispute Beast and Pinnacle Credit Repair, even though I know METRO2 sucks, at least I know it's being done the right way and the legal way versus doing an illegal credit sweep with Pinnacle Credit Repair. At the end of the day gonna end. I'm just kidding. No, it does. But at the end of the day, y'all can go wherever it is y'all feel comfortable going, even if that's a scammer. Because scammers are going to tell consumers what they want to hear. Yes, on open accounts that are good, late payments are the most difficult thing to remove on open accounts. Closed account, much more easier. Remember, if anybody has any questions, just leave them in the live chat. Just getting certified letters done for consumers that just signed up yesterday. Yeah, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Again, y'all, I'm not just here to help y'all if you need help fixing your credit. I'm also here to expose these credit repair scammers so y'all don't get scammed. Sometimes they come after me, try to make me look like the bad guy, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I know we're not scamming people. I know we're doing real work here. We're helping people and we're changing lives. So it doesn't bother me. I get asked all the time, does it bother you that they, try to make you look like the bad guy? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If it makes them feel better to talk about me and spread lies, hey, let them do it. Haven't heard anything back. Yeah, sometimes they get backed up, and I mean, just think about it. It's a CEO, so they stay pretty busy, whether they're working, playing golf, or whatever. No, remember also, no method is guaranteed to work for anything. Always make sure that the consumer understands that. And if you are fixing your credit yourself, make sure you are sending certified mail so you can track it, so you have proof they received them. Now, if you're using just consumer laws or just METRO2, don't waste your money sending certified mail. But yes, you have options when it comes to fixing your credit. METRO2 may be weak, but you have a better chance of you're not going to get in trouble using METRO2. So you're not going to get in trouble for using Mike, the credit guy's software, Dispute Beast. You're not going to get in trouble. But if you hire somebody like Pinnacle Credit Repair in the future, you are going to get in trouble because of what they are doing on your behalf with these FTC reports and claiming identity theft. And you don't have to believe me. You don't have to take my word for it. If you want to go sign up for their services and find out in the future, you're more than welcome to do that. It is your money. You spend it how you would like. I got some new paper, and I don't know why, but it seems a lot thicker than what I normally use. So Vanessa, if you're on here, that paper that you gave me, Is it thicker than the standard paper? Maybe it's just me, but it definitely feels thicker. Okay, I thought so. I thought so. And that affects the weight. So that means more postage. I got to remember that. What's up, man? Good. I'm good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I did all of it. Every bit of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know it. I know it. 11 o'clock. Okay. All right. Well, I'm on a live stream right now, but I'm gonna order something in a little bit. But I'll shoot you a text or call you. Okay. All right, man. You got who? Oh, Fish Friday. Okay. All right. That'll work, man. All right. All right, man. Later. Sorry about that. That was my trainer. Sounds like I'll be eating wings today. I don't know about Vanessa. I don't know if you want wings or not. Yeah, it's very, very, very nice quality paper. I'm not gonna knock you on that. It's definitely really good. It's what you want, I guess. Sorry, I'm taking pictures of the certified tracking and sending them to the consumer so they know that their letters are done and they can actually track them. All right. All right. Back. Sorry. So, yeah, make sure that you are sending your letter certified mail if you're doing factual disputing. Because if you catch them up in a violation, you want to be able to sue them. And I know there's so many people on TikTok, especially, telling you to use 605B or 15 USC 1681 C-2. And then well, this is true if you are a true victim of identity theft. This is not if you are not a true victim of identity theft and you're just using this method to remove it from your credit report. And when you try to sue them after committing fraud, it is not going to look good on your behalf. So y'all can take my word however you want to, but I'm telling you right now, do not commit fraud trying to fix your credit and then attempt to sue the credit bureaus or creditors after you committed fraud. It is not going to look good on your behalf. I promise you, 100%. I'm assuming you meant METRO2. So the two most popular ones, well, there's three. So Dispute Beast and Dispute Panda are the absolute same, but there's another one called Prodigy Surge. If I was gonna say one's better than the other, I would say Dispute Panda, and here's why. With Dispute Panda, you can actually go in and put your own factual disputing. So now you have a METRO2 and a factual letter, or you can actually make it 100% factual disputing. With Dispute Beast, you cannot edit nothing. With Prodigy Surge, I don't think you can edit anything, but they were working on being able to add factual disputing. So I don't want to lie here. I'm not sure. I know the owner of Prodigy Surge, great guy. Trying to think of his name. Rodney Peak is his name. I haven't talked to him in a very long time. I used to use the software years ago. I did. I got talked into using METRO2 by a friend of mine who was also in the credit repair industry, because again, these softwares make credit repair companies' job so easy and it speeds everything up. The problem is it's weak and it does not hold up in court if you need to sue the credit bureaus and or creditors. And that's huge because sometimes the only way you're going to get this stuff off your credit report is by suing them. Sometimes that is the only way to get it done. You cannot do that with METRO2. You cannot do that if you hire Pinnacle Credit Repair and he does a credit sweep. You can no longer sue once you commit fraud. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of you, a lot of consumers, I don't want to say you, say, well, you're not committing fraud. You are 100% committing fraud if you sign up for those accounts and then you claim identity theft. Yes, that is fraud. Vanessa, if you're still on here, I posted some more videos to TikTok. If you want to repost them, I would appreciate it. If you're too busy at work, I completely understand. But again, if y'all don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Share this live everywhere you can, and I will stay on longer than usual. Otherwise, I will probably get off of here. I don't know. I got a good bit of work to do, so I can actually stay on here for a good while today. But yeah, if I had to fix my credit right now, I would 100% use Dispute Beast over Pinnacle Credit Repair or any of these scammers that are doing illegal credit sweeps. So all most consumers are looking at is they're going to get this stuff swept off my credit report really, really fast. That's good that they can get it swept off. The problem is how they're getting it swept off your report. I really need to use a bigger envelope, or maybe I should send these priority. Yeah, I'm going to send these priority. I think it's legit from a standpoint of it's legal. Does it work good? For most consumers, absolutely not. What I'm saying in this live, this is because Pinnacle Credit Repair is trying to expose, which is funny, just even hearing me say that, trying to expose Mike the Credit Guy's Dispute Beast because it uses AI, but he also claims to use AI But what he's actually doing is sending consumers information to another country to a guy named Tammy that also goes by Tanmay, paying him $8 to illegally sweep your credit. So at least with the METRO2, which is Dispute Beast, at least it's being done the legal way and the right way. I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody, no, it 100% does not work, because then I would be lying to you. Do I think it's very effective? Absolutely not. I'll be right back, y'all. I got to grab some scissors. All right. Sorry about that. Rodney Peak. As far as I know, Rodney Peak was the first one. Him and another guy named Jesse created one. And I forgot the name of it, but they kind of had some issues and they parted ways. And then Rodney created Prodigy Surge. And I actually tried the first METRO2 software too, that Rodney and Jesse created. And in my opinion, it was not very effective at all. All right, now what I do with those stickers? Come on, there you go. I didn't grab them. I had Dispute Beast for 1 month and felt like it wasn't going to work, so I canceled it. In my opinion, that was a smart move. There's a reason why they're giving you the software for free. They know as well that it's not very strong when it comes to trying to get things removed from your credit report. They know it is not the best method. That's why they give it to you for free. Plus, if they give it to you for free, they don't have to worry about you trying to get a refund. And sending letters, priority mail, it's not fun at all. But this is what it will look like. Obviously, I'm covering up the consumer's information in the top. This is the most expensive way, but they will get the dispute letter in 1 to 3 days, guaranteed. And there's so many negative items on this dispute letter that it's actually about the same as sending certified mail, which can take a while. Yeah, no, I completely understand. I completely understand. With selling the debt, at least you don't have to worry about them suing you. That's what I tell people. If you pay the stuff, you don't have to worry about them suing you in the future. They may not sue you in the future, but if you pay them, they are not going to sue you. However, by paying them, you are not helping your credit report or your credit score. But again, at least now they cannot sue you. This is a very lengthy process, by the way, doing the priority mail. But again, guaranteed to get it in 1 to 3 business days, which is a huge plus. Everything was removed except Wells Fargo. Well, that's really good. Obviously, that's what you want, is to get the stuff removed, because then it does help your credit report. But yeah, if you have a charge off with Wells Fargo, the chances of getting it removed with Dispute Beast are about slim to none. I'll just be honest with you. I'll never say that it'll never work for anybody. You got to think there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people using Dispute Beast because Mike is the biggest credit repair influencer on YouTube. And that's why Pinnacle Credit Repair is trying to use him to get some sort of clout. But the difference in the two people are night and day. Mike's legit. Mike's doing things the legal way. Andre Rose Nguyen, the owner of Pinnacle Credit Repair, he is doing everything 100% the illegal way. And he even exposes himself on his own YouTube channel, having consumers send in FTC reports. Listen, if a company's trying to get you to send in FTC reports, you better cancel services with them right away, because you're part of the fraud that they're committing on your behalf. Yeah, so that's what most of these companies are doing. They're just committing fraud on your behalf, trying to sweep this stuff off your credit really, really fast. And then they're also, most of them anyway, are going to tell you once we sweep your credit, you have to hurry up and go apply for whatever you're trying to apply for. And why do you think that is? Because they know the items are going right back on your credit report. So again, just be careful when listening to these scammers. They're going to get you in trouble, and it is not worth it. I'm telling you right now, it is not worth it. I get you want your credit fixed. I get you want it fixed fast. Legally, it's just not going to happen. So the best thing to do is to factually dispute it, honestly, or have somebody that works with attorneys try to get it done for you. How much is it, if you don't mind me asking? Mishandled by the credit bureau. Hey, that's not a surprise at all. And that's not just identity theft victims. That's people who are just trying to fix their credit as well. Is there a difference between priority mail and certified mail? Yeah. So certified mail is going to cost you anywhere from $6 to $7 per letter. And I think priority mail is $10. But with the priority mail, they're going to get it in 1 to 3 days guaranteed. With certified mailing, I've seen it take 3 weeks for them to receive the letters. How much was the total, and how much did you settle for? $4,200 and you settled for $1,800. All right, give me 1 second. And it's Wells Fargo. All right, just give me a few minutes and hopefully I'll have an answer about us disputing that, being that you did settle. $4,500, okay. So there's 10 people in here. My question to everybody in here, instead of leaving, instead of using the YouTube to do it, if Dispute Beast and Pinnacle Credit Repair were the only two options to fix your credit, knowing what you know now, which one would you go with? Put Dispute Beast or put Pinnacle Credit Repair in the live chat. I want to see how many people respond. Just keep in mind, Dispute Beast may be weak METRO2, but at least they're using a legal method to try and get these items removed from your credit report. I don't think consumers realize what's going to happen once they start investigating all this fraud that people are committing when trying to fix their credit. I really don't think people understand the amount of trouble they're going to be in once they start investigating this stuff. It's going to be bad. I'll go ahead and say it's going to be bad. And yeah, so whenever I send priority mail, I tape the back of that sucker really good. I don't even Pinnacle. Oh, well, he is a scammer. So keep in mind, he's going to do a credit sweep on your behalf. He was actually hiding in Vietnam for about 5 or 6 years and just recently come back. I'd use Dispute Beast because it does all the work for you. That's why it's so popular. And because everybody thinks that it's a law and that you can sue if the bureaus don't fix the errors, but you actually cannot because it's not a law. It is just a reporting standard. Now, with that being said, I want everybody to understand, I'm not here saying that it doesn't work 100%. If there's 1 million people using it, it's going to work for somebody. But for very difficult accounts like $5, $10, $15, $20,000 charge-offs, it's going to be very, very hard to get it removed using METRO2. Yeah, so he actually talks trash about me because I've exposed him for the past couple of years now. Now, I have made some mistakes in the credit repair industry, but I actually made a video going over the mistakes I made and how I was able to fix them. And I just noticed, Coob, you said, yes, I know Rodney through Dion because I used Dion's METRO2 software in the past. So, Coob, Dion's METRO2 software is the same exact thing as Prodigy Surge. So it's basically what Dispute Beast did with Dispute Panda. They copied Dispute Panda and made a do-it-yourself version. Yeah, the priority takes the longest to do too, because I go ahead and put all the postage on there as well to speed things up at the post office. But going back to why is it so popular, the other reason is because it's free. But there's a reason why they let you use the software for free. They know themselves that it is weak, but they don't care. They're just here trying to make money. And how they make their money is off the credit monitoring, not the software. Oh, these priority mail take so long. Again, if y'all have any questions, leave them in the live chat. I'm not ignoring y'all, just trying to get this work done. Just remember, you have to be careful. I would say 75% if and because, as long as we're able to trigger violations with either the credit bureaus or the creditors, once they do that, it's 100%. So once they mail off disputes, the disputes are designed to actually have the credit bureaus and or creditors to respond in a way that violates your rights. So once we get that, we know for a fact we're going to at least, at minimum, get the account removed and get money in your pocket. But the ultimate goal is to get the account removed, get money in your pocket, and get the debt waived, meaning you no longer owe the debt. No matter what method is being used, there is no such thing as a 100% success rate. Again, if we know we can litigate it, then there is a 100% success rate because they know that there's already a lawsuit that they're going to win. And they're not going to attempt to sue anybody unless they know they can win. And the litigation backed credit repair, there's so many things that it offers that standard credit repair doesn't offer, that these scammers obviously they cannot offer, because if you do a credit sweep, you basically now you cannot sue regardless of the violation that's there. Now, one thing to also keep in mind with the litigation backed credit repair is it's going to take a minimum of 12 months. So anybody that's needing to use their credit in 12 months or less, the attorneys are actually going to turn the file down automatically. And that's another reason why I went back and added the standard credit repair with the CFPB complaints for those who are trying to use their credit faster than 12 months. Because you can't be running your credit while you're in the pre-litigation credit repair. Do people still do it? Absolutely. If I wanted to start a credit repair service, can you share how I can go about doing it the right way? Yes, we offer a course for $497 that I actually just recently took off my website just because I don't want to advertise the course because most people want us to do it for them. But it's going to teach you the basics about starting a credit repair company and even fixing your own credit and even offering a do it yourself version for consumers if they don't want you to personally fix their credit. And then once a person buys the course, I swiped out and couldn't find you. Once you buy the course, if you want to partner with the same attorneys I partner with, I can get you in contact with them as well. But they only work with CROs that are compliant. So they're not going to work with just anybody. So you would definitely need to purchase the course and learn the basics, get an EIN number, ALLC, make sure you're bonded in the state that you're working out of. Not sure why you couldn't find me, but I'm glad you got back on here. I do believe this is the last priority letter, thankfully, because it's the most time consuming one. I've been trying to stay consistent with the going live. I've actually been going live twice a day. Usually when I get my walking in the afternoons, I usually go live then too as well. So a lot of people don't get the notifications that I'm live that are subscribed, and I really have no idea why. All right. Sorry. All right. Let's finish up this last one, and then I think I got 3 more certified to do. But yes, at least with Dispute Beast, everything's being done the legal way. So you don't have to worry about getting in trouble in the future, which may not be important to everybody. It would be important to me if I was trying to fix my credit. And some consumers don't care about illegal stuff like what Pinnacle Credit Repair is doing. Some don't care. They want it done now. They don't care what's being done. Um, just get it off my report so I can go buy whatever I want to buy. Some people also go with that method or prefer that method because they know they're not going to pay the bank back and they're going to come right back and try to get it swept off again. And again, that is not a good idea. Authorized user trade lines work. I think they're a great tool to boost the credit score, but I don't agree with people that just add a ton of trade lines to boost the score because at the end of the day, it is just an authorized user trade line. So if you have high utilization and want to add one to bring your utilization down, that's fine. If you don't have much age on your report, then just add 10, 15-year-old trade line. That way it adds age to your report. But other than that, there's really no other reason to add a trade line. But they can definitely help boost your credit score and your credit history. Yeah, if you want to, add an age trade line to add some age to your report, then yeah, adding one is fine. If you have high utilization, if you have high utilization, pay your cards down if you're able to do that. But if you have negative accounts, now if you have one or two negative accounts and that's all, that's fine. But if you have a lot of negative accounts, adding trade lines is not going to fix your credit. It can boost the score, can give you more history, but there's still a really good chance you're not going to get approved if you have a bunch of collections and charge-offs on your credit report. All right, we're done with priority. Well, the fact that you settled it's going to help, especially if you're trying to buy a house because it doesn't have the debt on there. But for anything else, they're just going to be looking at it as the account was negative, and that can prevent you from getting approved for things. Perfect. If y'all have any questions, leave them in the live chat. But for those of you who are interested in either Dispute Beast or Pinnacle Credit Repair, the answer is easy. Okay, METRO2 is weak, but at least everything's being done the legal way and the right way. With Pinnacle Credit Repair, they're going to do an illegal credit sweep on your behalf. Yeah, it can affect the interest rate as well. I mean, obviously, you know that. But I'm just going to assume the car salesman probably told you, I'll just keep it for 6 months and then, your credit will be better and you can refinance and get a better rate. Wow, we've already been on here an hour. It went by really, really fast. Ooh, yeah, 20's high. 20 is at 14's high. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And these banks know that some consumers don't really have a choice. They need something now. They can't wait to fix their credit or until their credit's fixed. And they wind up taking a bad rate. But most consumers that take a bad rate never refinance. Yeah, 20's just that's way too high. Way too high. But again, most consumers will take whatever rate they're given because all they care about is getting approved for something. Like I need it, or some they just want it. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the people taking these bad car deals just because they want a Hellcat or a Cadillac or $80,000 Tahoe that they know they can't afford. Even at a good rate, most consumers can't afford those vehicles. At a bad rate, they're definitely not going to be able to afford them, and they're simply not worth what they're asking for in the first place, in my opinion. Vehicle prices have gone up so much in the past couple of years, it's not even funny. No, not me. I'm good. I was getting a Scat Pack wide body. Hey, those are nice cars, man. Honestly, I've always wanted either a Scat Pack or a Hellcat myself, which makes absolutely no sense because I drive like an old lady. I drive slow. But I think everybody loves the way those Hellcats sound when you floor it. They just that winding noise is just it's just something else. So I ain't hating, I ain't knocking. Those Scat Pack wide bodies, they look really good. So yeah, your payment was about to be extremely high on something like that. What maybe $1,000, 1,200 bucks. Yeah, they're nice, man. They look really good, and they will go too. So believe it or not, whenever I was looking into getting a Scat Pack in 2019, you could buy a brand new base model for 39.9. I think they're probably close to 60 for a base now, which is just crazy. Yeah, see, I knew the payments was going to be over $1,000. I mean, even with good credit, a $60,000 vehicle is going to have high payments. It's just people don't understand that if you buy a $60,000, $80,000 car, even at 0%, your payment's still going to be high because of the amount that you're financing. But financing something that high at a bad rate is just crazy. Yeah, see, it's crazy how expensive they are now. But in 2019, whenever I was about to buy one, it was 39.9 for just the basic Scat Pack. Yeah, so that definitely helped a lot with the payment. I think the rule of thumb, and if Pastor of Disaster is still on here, he can correct me if I'm wrong. For every $1,000 you put down, knocks like $20 to $25 off the payment per month. And I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've had to buy a vehicle, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around that number. Remember, if y'all have any questions, leave them in the live chat. Yeah, some of those Escalades are over $100,000. Some of those Escalades are like 120, 140. They're nice, I will say that, but ain't that nice to David Payne. There's no way I would pay that much for a vehicle. Correct, 1,000 equals 20 on the payment. Yeah, I knew it was either 20 or 25 per every 1,000 down. So if you're buying something that much, but you're gonna have to put a huge down payment down for real. Yeah, they would have wanted more down, and your payment would have been even higher on a Hellcat. They're nice, but they definitely ain't for everybody. Yeah, Dope House. They're nice. Those Escalades are really nice. I don't know if y'all watch Tulsa King. That's one of the shows I watch, but that one that they ride in on there is nice. It is very nice. I would have to be making money out of it to pay that amount of money. Like it's got to be making me money just just so I can make the payment. Stay on here for a couple more minutes, y'all. I'm finishing up the last one. I've actually got some litigation underwriting agreements to get done as well. Yeah, if it's making me money, then I could see paying that much for it. Otherwise, just to be riding in style or trying to keep up with the Joneses or whatever it is, I can't do that. If it's the price of a mortgage, I don't want it. Not a car anyway. But yeah, if you guys are trying to fix your credit and you're stuck between Pinnacle Credit Repair scam, as I call it, and Dispute Beast, take your luck with Dispute Beast. Yes, it uses weak METRO2, but at least everything's being done the legal way. Oh, I'm waiting on a response from my attorneys. Let me put my number in the chat so you can text me. Vanessa, if you're still on here, will you put my 512 number in the chat so I can finish what I'm doing? If not, I'll do it in just a second. I mean, obviously, I know that it can be disputed and possibly removed, but just keep in mind the hardest thing for consumers to understand, whether they're fixing credit themselves or whether they hire a company, is there's no guarantees that the stuff's going to come off. Now, if we have to sue them and we know there's violations there, then absolutely it's coming off. It's coming off and you're going to get money. All right, I got to send the tracking numbers. Hold on, I'll have to find my link because I think I took the Calendly off my website as well. Just send me a text message if you don't mind. What do you want me to say again? I apologize, Pete. Sorry, I'm sending tracking numbers to a client that signed up yesterday. All right, done with that. So now I got all of these. These are for the clients that signed up yesterday. Yeah, which part did you want me to say again, Pete? That I'm about to hop off of here, but I will definitely answer you first. And if anybody else has a question, just put it in the live chat as well. Oh, so if you go through the litigation backed credit repair that we offer and they don't remove the inaccuracies, the incompleteness, or they just simply don't do their job, they ignore the dispute, we can prove they ignored the dispute, then we're going to sue them. And if my attorneys say there's something there, yeah, let me put the number. If my attorneys say there's something there, there's something there. They're not going to waste their time and money trying to sue somebody. They're not going to. All right. So John, if you're on the live, I see your screenshot where you tried to track the letters. Obviously, I'm still on the live, so I haven't went to the post office yet, but I just responded via text message. When the live's over, I am going to the post office to mail your letters along with everybody else's. So yeah, when you sign up for the standard credit repair, you're going to get copies of all 5 dispute letters because we send to Innovis, LexisNexis, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And we also file CFPB complaints with all 5 companies as well. This usually typically speeds the process up because they will forward that complaint over very, very quick, and typically will get a response before they even receive the dispute letters in the mail. All right, John, I'm about to respond to your text message. Again, you may not even be on here. Yes, sir. I will let you know once they are mailed out. Thank you. So the attorney said it's definitely possible, but you would have to sign up. So if you want, text me your email. I do believe that's you texting me now. Yeah, that's you texting me now. So if you'll text me your email, I will email you instructions on how to get the 4 reports that we will need. They are required, and you do have to use a computer. And then we can set that up, have them review everything, and let you know where we would go from there. And is that the only thing negative on your report, or do you have other things too? And I don't know why I don't just text you this stuff, but don't answer that in the live chat. You can answer it via text message. Dispute beast don't work for me either, and Pinnacle Credit Repair scammed me. Yes. So that's funny that you put that in there. I mean, it's not funny that you got scammed or it didn't work, but the METRO2 is just weak. And it's just a reporting standard, and the bureaus know that they don't have to follow that. They don't. You can't sue them for not following METRO2 guidelines. All right, y'all. Been on here for almost an hour and a half, so I am going to hop off of here. I need to get these litigation underwriting agreements done. And Pete, if you do decide you want us, you want to move forward with the litigation back credit repair, you will have to sign a litigation underwriting agreement as well. And you can just text me and let me know if you're interested in that. It's not a big deal if you're not, but I will attempt to go live this afternoon. But if not, I will definitely go live tomorrow. If y'all have any questions, my number's in the live chat. Just send me a text message. I don't care if you sign up for my services or not. I will answer questions all day long. I'm here to help any way that I can. However, if you do wish to sign up for our services, the links for the standard credit repair with the CFPB complaints and the litigation back credit repair are in the live chat. So just click on the links. Takes less than a minute to sign up. You'll get a welcome email and go from there. But that's all I got for now. Until the next live, I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see y'all soon.